Hey, this is Jashandeep. If you're watching this, chances are you're either planning to bring your parents or grandparents to Canada or their super visa just got approved. First of all, congratulations, that's a big milestone. But now comes the part most people don't talk about enough. That's the super visa insurance. And in this video, I'm not just going to tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you what most insurance companies and online ads won't tell you. Things that can save you money, protect your family, and give you the peace of mind when it matters the most. So let's start. What is super visa insurance? To start, let's make it simple. If your parents or grandparents are visiting on a regular visitor visa, they are allowed to stay in Canada for 6 months at a time. But the super visa will let them stay for up to 5 years at a time without the need to reapply every few months. The catch, they need private medical emergency insurance because they won't be covered under the Canadian public health care system. One key thing to note here, if your parents are visiting on a visitor visa or a super visa, the underlying policy and the benefits are same for both type of visas. With the visitor policy, you can get a lower amount than the 100,000 and you can get it for less than 1 year as well. Now let's get on track and see what are the requirements for super visa insurance. So this insurance must have coverage for at least $100,000 and you can get up to $1 million in coverage if you want. Number two, it should be valid for at least 1 year even if they plan to stay for just a few months. Number three, it should be issued by a Canadian insurance company. And number four, it should include the coverage for hospitalization, emergency care and the repatriation. Number five, it should be purchased before you apply for the visa or if they have visa before they are coming for their second, third or fourth visit. That's the rule, but just following the rule doesn't mean that you are protected. Let's dig deeper to get more knowledge on this. So what most people get wrong, and one of the biggest mistakes that I see, people shop for this insurance like they're buying a TV. They just Google the lowest price, click and buy. But this isn't a TV. This is your parents' health and this is your financial security that if something unexpected happens. Here's what you need to know. Number one, please don't fall for the lowest price trap. Look, we all want to save money and I get it. I have been there and I also still use it, right? But when it comes to super visa insurance, the lowest price isn't always the best deal in the market. Many cheap policies have high deductibles, which means you pay out of your pocket before the insurance even kicks in. Some of these low-cost policies, they exclude the pre-existing conditions even if they are the stable ones. Some don't offer refunds even if the visa is denied, and some of them are really hard to deal with when there is a claim. And claim is the most important part when you need the coverage the most. A cheap plan might cost you $100, $200 less upfront, but $10,000 or maybe even $100,000 more later. And trust me, I have witnessed it in multiple cases. So instead of chasing the lowest quote, ask yourself, what's actually covered, what I am missing here, and what if something goes wrong. Number two, always declare the medical conditions honestly. This part is crucial and so many people don't know how badly it can backfire. Let's say your dad has high blood pressure or your mom has diabetes, but they have been stable for years, means no change in medication, nothing bad has happened or they haven't been hospitalized. Some people think, let's just not mention it, it will save money. But that's insurance fraud, and worse, if something happens related to that condition, the company can deny the entire claim. Even if it is not related, they can still deny it for non-disclosure. Be transparent. There are specific plans built for pre-existing conditions, especially if they have been stable, no change in the last 90 days or 6 months depending on the company. And if you're working with the right advisor, they will guide you through it. Honesty protects your parents' health and it protects your wallet as well. Number two, what are the deductibles? Is it 0? Is it 500? Is it 1000? Or is it even 10,000? And is it per claim or per policy? Next, is it refundable if the visa is denied or travel plans changes? Also check who is the underwriter of the plan. Check if there are any emergency contact numbers that are easily available when you need to make a claim. And last, is it easy to extend or cancel if they go back early? And this is very important. These details matter more than the shiny price tag. Number 4, why work with a licensed insurance broker like me? Now you might be wondering, can I just buy this online? Sure, you can. But here's what you miss out when you do it alone. You don't get advised tailored to your parents' health situation. You don't know if you are comparing apples to oranges. You don't have someone advocating for you if a claim goes sideways, and it can go sideways. You don't get someone checking the fine print for you, right? The exclusions, the fine print in the policy wording. You don't have access to the price match programs or exclusive policies that we have access to. When you work with someone like me who's licensed, experienced, accountable, and more important, has a track record of paying claims, you're not just buying a product, you're buying your peace of mind. We will compare multiple insurance companies for you. We will match any better quote you find with the same coverage. We'll walk you through the claims process step by step and as needed. And if your parents return early, we'll help you file for a prorated refund, and we're going to talk about that later in the video. If your plans change, we adjust. If the visa is denied, you can get a full refund, no penalty. And this is not a one-time transaction. This is a relationship built on trust for years, because your parents will be visiting maybe every year, maybe every 2 years, right? Bringing your parents here is emotional. They have sacrificed for you, and now you think it's your turn. So make sure they are looked after. And super visa insurance isn't just a formality. It's the safety net that you build, so their time here in Canada is joyful, not stressful. It's the difference between rushing to pay an emergency bill or being able to focus on their recovery and without panicking. Now let's talk about the application process. It's quite easy. It's paperless, it's online, and it could be done from anywhere in Canada. You don't need to go anywhere. The entire application can be done online right from your phone or laptop. No paperwork, no delays. We walk you through, or any licensed insurance broker can walk you through every step by step, and you will get your policy within minutes via your email. Another important aspect of this policy is you don't have to pay it all together. You have the monthly payment options. So if the budget is the concern, good news, many insurance companies, not every, many insurance companies offer monthly payments instead of one lump sum amount. So if your total premium is, let's say, $1,200, so instead of paying all at once, you can break it up to over 12 months. You just have to pay 2 months upfront. And that's a game changer for a lot of families. The insurance companies do charge one-time setup fees from about $50 to $120 depending on the company, but you have the option. And that is why you need to work with an experienced insurance broker, not an online bot or a captive agent who only works with one company. Now let's talk about refunds. If plans change, just be sure and understand how refunds work in case if your parents leave early, and this is quite common. Many and most of insurance companies do offer refunds, but how they work depends on the type of payment plan you chose. If you paid in full upfront, you will usually receive a prorated refund based on the unused days remaining on the policy. If you chose a monthly payment plan, the future payments stop, but you won't receive a refund for the unused days of the current billing month. In both cases, most companies charge a small admin fees, and in Canada, it's often $50. And another important aspect, or very important aspect to know, is if you have filed a claim, many companies won't issue you a refund, and you will have to pay for the whole year if the setup is monthly, even if your parents leave early. But here's the good news. We work with some of the few companies in Canada that do allow you to stop the payments after a claim and will guide you towards these options if that is super important for your situation. Next part, let's talk about the waiting periods and is the coverage cashless or not. So, if the policy you bought after the arrival in Canada, some companies add a waiting period. Usually it's 48 hours to a maximum of about 8 days. It depends on the company and for how long you have been in Canada before buying the policy. During that time, no claims are covered. Another big factor about the cashless claims, most insurance companies in Canada will directly pay the hospital, so your parents don't need to pay out of pocket first and wait to get reimbursed. That's a huge relief during emergencies. If you're using a walk-in clinic, they may not have a direct billing setup, so you might have to pay upfront, but you can get your benefits via check within a few days after filing the claim. Now, let's do a quick fire round for Super Visa insurance, the frequently asked questions. One of the questions that I get asked a lot is, can I get a refund if the visa is denied? The answer is yes. Most policies, they do offer full refunds if unused and with the proof of denial. Another question, can I extend the insurance later? The answer is yes. Just don't let the current policy lapse to avoid any waiting periods. Another question that I get asked, do I need insurance if my parents are only staying for 3 months? The answer is yes. The insurance must still be valid for 1 year when they come to Canada on the airport if they're traveling on a super visa. Another important perspective, what is considered an emergency? Any sudden serious condition that needs urgent medical attention is an emergency. A fever is an emergency. Another question, what if I buy the wrong policy? Work with someone who can review it or cancel or change it before the arrival so there is no disruption in the coverage. So, if you're bringing your parents or grandparents here, protect them properly. Don't risk their health or your savings just trying to save $50 on a policy or $100 on a policy that won't pay out when it matters. If you want help understanding your options, or if you want transparent advice, or if you want your family protected, reach out to us. Click in the link below to schedule a free consultation or DM me the word Super Visa Help and I will personally get back to you. Subscribe for more Canadian financial tips, and if you want real talk like this from Super Visa insurance to RESPs to disability protection to RRSP strategies, or if you want to know first time home savings and more, hit the subscribe button, follow this page and turn on notifications. Guys, this channel is about helping you understand the Canadian financial system clearly, confidently and without pressure. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.